Yeah.
Welcome to another episode of the Never Die Before podcast.
Yes.
We are your hosts. My name is Uncle Rick.
And my name is Saluda G. Follow me on Instagram at Saluda G, Facebook William Bookman,
Follow.
Twitter on at Saluda G, and hashtag the Never Die Before podcast.
Follow. So is that two? Is that two different accounts?
That's
Well,
it's two.
So you got the official.
I got the official rapper page and the official the Never Die Before
Follow
podcast
that, everybody.
on Twitter.
Follow that.
Twitter is where it's at.
This is the Twitter, man.
Get your tweets up.
And you can follow me and find me on Facebook, Ricky Johnson Jr. Don't follow my dad unless you like Democrats. Occupy Democrats is favorite, but
Shout out to Big Ricky Johnson.
shout out to Pops. But you can also follow me on Instagram, Uncle_Rick856 on Instagram, and Twitter. I'd be on there, but I'm just ghost following.
Those following. That's always.
But you can also contact us at the Never Die Before Podcast.com.
.com.
You can also find us in the Facebook group page, the Never Die Before group page.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? That's all that out of the way. We unofficially again sponsored by
Medela.
Light Premium from Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
New to the States. Go pick that up. Jersey only right now.
Yeah.
That's how official shit is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Go get it.
And by the way, it's unofficially until they cut the check.
Cut the check. And also, we're going to take this time right now and open it up for sponsors. If you want to sponsor us, have your name or anything shout out on the podcast, hit us up.
Hit us up.
Because if you pay us or provide us with product to put on the show, we'd be more than happy to. We got time. So,
Because there's people out here
that's dying.
that never died before.
And they need to know your shit.
So,
Weekly recap. That's what we're going to call this one.
we're going to call this one the weekly recap.
So, Saluda G.
Huh.
What was your highlight of the week?
My highlight of the week was Tekashi 6ix9ine calling Meek Mill a rat. He was calling Future a rat.
Rats.
He said the industry is full of rats.
This was all unbeknownst to me. I did not know that he said this.
He called
He called
the industry
the audacity of this man.
Daniel Hernandez.
Danny Boy Danny. Damn Daniel.
Damn, Danny with the lace front.
With the this shit be piped out.
Hell yeah, shit was
Don't
live.
start doing that, dudes out here, young boys.
It's too late. The motherfuckers probably already is.
This is already doing the lace front waves.
Oh my
Right?
god,
Now
yeah.
this guy got the full lace front on me. Like the high quality Instagram models.
Word up. Word up.
So why is he calling them all rats?
Oh man, because he's
Why?
saying basically, since they still coming at him, he is basically saying, mind you, he just did a song with Nicki called Trolls. So he wants to be a troll. I guess he wants to troll them. I mean, and he's calling Meek and Future and all of these guys rats for basically Billboard status, basically.
Yeah, I mean, cause the song with Nicki, right?
Yeah, the song with Nicki came out
She got like what 60 something.
easy in like a day, like a day, and then Akon is doing the same thing.
So when the Akon thing came out, it was like, oh, cancel Akon, right? But now Nicki, oh, you look great.
You look
There
great.
was a lot of disparity. A
Yeah,
lot of disparity between Akon, how people was treating Akon, and how they was treating Nicki.
right. And like, I don't.
Is she too big to cancel?
Who, Nicki?
Nicki.
Man, Nicki retired, unretired. You can never get rid of Nicki. Nicki is Nicki.
Because in the cancel culture of today, like, is anybody really canceled?
No.
I mean, like they canceled Kanye, but Kanye
Did he made
still
$1 billion?
goes strong.
He made $1 billion after they canceled
Right.
it.
He made more money than he canceled than he did.
Word up.
Just because he was like, man, I don't care about the culture. That interview he did was like the culture. What do you worry about the culture? I mean, but Tekashi is like, man, he knows how to monetize his trolling.
Absolutely.
I've never, in the history of man, has another man trolled and been so successful.
Yeah, you see, basically he's saying all of them are rats. This was on his live. All of them are rats. Meek. How do you call Meek a rat? Like, what did he do? Show me the Carfax.
Yeah.
You on paperwork, Daniel Hernandez, but that, I mean,
Like last time I saw, you had billionaires putting pressure on legislators to let him out.
right.
He didn't get out just on a whim or whatever.
And he didn't say, oh, I'll tell on this person and that
Yeah.
person.
Michael Rubin went and picked him up in a chopper.
Right.
Like, come on, man. Like,
You got dropped off by the feds. Stop calling people snitches.
yeah.
This is not the pot, okay?
Playing fights with academics.
Yeah.
Oh.
Them academics.
Academics is dumb. I hate dude. I probably hate him more than I hate.
Oh my god.
I hate boy 6ix9ine.
Yeah.
You know what the sad thing is, bro? I'm not proud of it. This song is so catchy.
Which one? The Google Jones?
All of them.
Oh.
All of it. Like, cause I kind of got roped in before he got locked up.
Yeah.
It was like I seen him. I was like, the rainbow hair distracted me. I was like, I'm not fucking with you. No, fuck. But it's like, I heard it on the radio. I was like, go up with the
Hit him with the blicky.
yeah. I'm like, all right. I was a fan before he got locked up. And then he came out here and put out these 2 songs. Like, I'm singing it.
You mad?
Like I felt like it's talking to me. Like you're a fan, you're a man.
That was one of the things
Yeah, I'm like,
that happened this weekend.
I feel guilty.
What about for you?
For me,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, cause
On this past week.
what hit me hard. Let me see. No, I'm watching more NASCAR. So the fact that NASCAR decided that they wasn't going to allow the Confederate flag at the races, that was cool. That's a big step for that crowd, because we know what that crowd was doing. And then one of the drivers from NASCAR quit.
He had 0 wins though.
He quit.
It wasn't like
He said,
Jeff Gordon or Danica Patra
Right.
or no, I'm saying no big name like that.
He quit.
He's like, man, I'm done.
I can't work for the people who take away my flag of pride. Why are we just like the same people that get mad at Kaepernick for kneeling are the same ones that be having Confederate flags around here and stuff.
Or
Like that's the most unpatriotic flag you could probably have in the country.
right, it should have what, like 13 stars or some shit.
Like they didn't want to be a part of the U.S. no more.
Fuck that flag.
Like whether it be for economic reasons or slavery, because there's a lot of back and forth depending on which one. Because they made a lot of money off of slavery,
Yeah.
so they wanted to leave because you trying to take away slavery. That's what about other economics. Even though there was still slaves in the north,
Yeah.
but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, I mean NASCAR doing that was big. Because it's like, all right, now are y'all trying to welcome these dollars? Because there's a lot of dollars. There's a lot of dollars. So, you know, are you trying to welcome us in? And then you had Bubba Wallace. Shout out to Bubba Wallace.
Shout out to Big Bubba.
Now, I mean, the only black NASCAR driver. I learned that this week. I did not know his name. You know what I mean? So shout out to Bubba Wallace. He had the Black Lives Matter NASCAR in the race.
He did.
That shit was dope. Like number 43.
Yeah, shit was live
Yeah,
too.
man. Like I would have took like a Black Panther fist instead of like the little black and white locking hands thing that Drew Brees used on his post.
Drew Brees. Wow.
Are we ready to cancel Drew Brees?
It's
Can I say that out loud?
It's so hard, man.
Hey Zay, Zay, where you at?
Yeah, man.
Because your boy Drew Brees.
He really spoke from his heart, too. That's what made it so bad.
That was the biggest interception I've seen, bro. He threw that shit to the wrong team, bro.
Yes, he did. That was the worst pick ever.
He threw that shit to the wrong team. Talking about his grandfathers and stuff. But, I mean, yeah, shout out to NASCAR for, trying to cut down on their racism a little bit. Let's get some more diversity and more faces in there. Maybe I'll watch the shit after quarantine. Because right now it's only during quarantine. And ain't too much else going.
What do you think about Patrick Beverly saying LeBron James holds all the power of resuming the NBA season?
It's deep. Patrick Beverly gets torched by him.
Patrick Beverly said LeBron James holds all power over resuming the NBA season. So if he say we balling, then we balling.
Because Kyrie don't want ball.
Yeah, Kyrie
Kyrie said he don't want ball, right?
Yeah, but Kyrie don't want ball because he ain't going no fucking where. Like the Nets ain't going no fucking where.
Who invited the Nets back?
Exactly. Like the fuck they in the
like, oh, you talking shit? Stay home.
Yeah.
Stay home with everybody else. We ain't bringing everybody back. But they bring back like 22 teams?
22 teams. Like 16 of them or 9 of them is coming from the West.
Yeah, they're not even bringing everybody back. It's like more West teams. Like, who came up with these numbers? Alright? You don't need the Pelicans in it, but you got Zion, so we need Pelicans. That's what that shit's about.
Yeah, and then what if they win? What if they win enough to get into the actual playoff? Because how they doing it is like a tournament for the bottom seed, for the bottom half of the seeding.
Sounds shady as hell.
Word up.
This sounds real shady.
For real. So they giving them the opportunity. They giving John Moran an opportunity. I mean, Kyrie and them don't even deserve it.
Nobody was checking for Kyrie this year.
I mean, he don't even deserve it. He fucking ass.
Yeah, nobody checking for Kyrie.
And he from Jersey. I'm supporting you because you from New Jersey.
North Jersey.
I mean, still. But you like, oh, I ain't doing this, that, and third. You ain't got no fucking power in the league. You shouldn't have left Cleveland. Shouldn't have left LeBron. Should have went to the Lakers. If you wanted, according to Patrick Beverly, Patrick Beverly saying LeBron is the guy to say like, yo, we playing, we not.
He been saying he wanted to play because he want that chip.
Start that shit up. Yeah. July 31st. Yeah. Start it up. Hopefully the PlayStation come out.
Like the Warriors not around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
This is his year.
Houston is super small. They ain't got nobody for me. They definitely ain't playing no defense. Hell yeah, he started.
So who is in his way? The Clippers.
Yeah, Clippers.
The Mavericks. Sixers.
Toronto's really.
Toronto's always up there.
They play good team.
They're always pretty good.
So I mean, I'll go Van Fleet.
Boston. Boston's a pretty good team.
Huh? The Sixers fans can't. I know it ain't gonna be Brooklyn.
It definitely ain't gonna be Brooklyn.
You know what I mean? But it ain't gonna be the Pelicans either. Unless they cheat for Zion. Yeah, that happened. What else we got? Baseball still trying to come back.
Yeah, hockey is done. I couldn't believe it. I thought I knew for sure that they was gonna come back. Yeah. But they was like nope.
They trying to get that ice, huh?
Nope.
Why not?
I don't know.
Why not? I mean, they got a lot of players. I don't know how many people in there. 11, 12, 13. No. We don't know shit about that.
Or we don't.
To be completely honest.
So when the last time you been on Netflix?
Every day.
This past week, they implemented the Black Lives Matter joint.
Yeah.
The collection. Have you seen it?
No.
I did not either.
I feel like they did have something like that. Not the Black Lives Matter, but they always have like a black collection.
I never really gave it.
Or it might just be associated with what I watch all the time. They always just top picks for you with all these movies. I mean, but I watch a lot of different things on Netflix. I still got shit lined up that I didn't watch. So, like this week I got into the Airbender Avatar.
Yeah.
Because I didn't watch that when it came out, so me and my son are watching that. so we watching that together, streaming that.
Okay.
I fucks with it.
I was thinking about giving it a glance.
Shout out to the Airbenders.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Be the last one. I'd have been an Airbender.
You know what else has happened this week?
What's up?
Jeffrey Epstein. They is reopening. They is reopening.
Netflix, right?
Yeah, they is reopening that suicide. Ain't gonna turn it into a homicide investigation.
Because it wasn't suicide.
I don't think it was either.
That man had so much information on so many people.
Oh man.
He had to die.
He had to
They
because
took him out.
he had that little black book
Yeah, man.
that was going to expose him.
He's about to take down the royal family, all kinds of rich people.
The fact is that everybody lies about it.
Yeah.
Like Bill Clinton said, "Oh, I never went to Jeffrey Islands." Boy, your flight log said he was on that jet 26 times.
Trump was probably on that too.
Trump was there. Trump said, "I ain't speak to him in 15 years." Come on, Trump. We know you lying.
Right.
We know you lying.
He loves little girls.
Right.
All them duck ass pictures he had of his own daughter.
Corny.
All the weird ass conversations he had.
Oh, if she wasn't my daughter, I'd probably be dating her.
This dude, man, he's a pedophile.
And then Prince Andrew.
Yeah, they all pedophiles.
Fuck, you gonna say, "Oh, I don't know this girl."
Epstein was.
Boy, it's a whole picture of you hugging this girl. I don't sweat. What type of grown man don't sweat?
Yeah.
Oh, I just came up with the condition. Boy, you just came up with that fucking answer. And then you go on CNN and say that. The whole world watching your goofy ass.
Yeah. And he protected us, the diplomatic immunity, but he's still lying.
Still lying.
Worry about disgracing the family and shit.
Gooch, you already disgraced your family. You went to Jeffrey Epstein house.
Right. That's why Meghan Markle went through a dip, yo. They like, yo, they was some bullshit over here.
Yeah.
They were really, in Canada somewhere chilling. Meghan Markle put out a nice little Black Lives Matter, John.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah. Who else put some decent Black Lives Matter? I know who didn't. Oprah. Fuck out of here for Oprah.
Fuck out of here, Oprah.
Where Oprah and Gail at?
There's no new news from Oprah or Gail.
They hide in the bunker with Trump.
Right, and guess who was Oprah's best friend? Jeffrey Epstein.
And Harvey Weinstein.
And Harvey Weinstein. And guess who was at the house of Jeffrey Epstein? Harvey fucking Weinstein.
Oprah was probably there too, allegedly.
Allegedly. I'm about to fact check that shit. I fucking hate her.
Oprah tore down more black people since the crime bill.
You are 100% right.
Yeah. Speaking of the crime bill, that's what I learned this week. Guess who wrote it?
Who wrote it?
Joe Biden.
Joe fucking Biden. Let me tell you something, Joe.
That's what I learned this week.
You mean to tell me you're going to be the one that's running for president, Joe?
I mean, we can fact check it. I'm pretty sure I saw something that he was the author of the crime bill.
Fucking mighty Joe.
Because it was from the Democrats, Bill Clinton and shit.
Mighty fucking Joe.
I mean, and that's where the part where like this blind leader, following these political parties, like Democrats, Republicans, like, this shit don't fucking matter, you know? Look who these dudes is, right? Like for president, we fucked either way. You got Biden and you got Trump. But Biden probably fucked us a little less.
Probably. You know, I heard rumors of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson running.
Oh, he had a great video. He was like, "Where are you?" He was looking dead at the camera like he could see Trump's eyes. "Where are you? Because we need you. we need a leader." He was calling him the fuck out.
Word up, yeah.
Yo, like, The Rock is the homie. I would vote for The Rock in a heartbeat. And people probably would like it because it's like voting another celebrity. And
shit, they voted Arnold. Arnold was the fucking governor.
Yeah.
Why not?
Because he ran as a Republican.
Yeah.
Like Trump said, it's easy to get Republicans to vote.
It's definitely easy.
You know what I mean? Not discouraging Republicans, because I probably know a lot of them. I don't know. But here's a question. While I'm talking about that, right? Like, do you feel as though because a person is a Republican, they have to support Trump?
No.
Because there's been a lot of Republicans coming out this week disagreeing with him, actually.
Well, when Jeffrey got locked up, a lot of Republicans didn't know a lot of Republicans.
Right, so
A lot of Republicans didn't know a lot of Republicans.
I mean, just like be into politics and get behind a cause and not a person or a platform, or I mean, get behind a platform and policy and not a person. All right, because I'll tell you right now, like if I think a Republican can do a better job locally than a Democrat, I probably vote.
Then vote them in.
You know what I mean? But it's like, oh, vote, going straight down the line, like you don't know who you're voting for.
Right.
So gain knowledge, before this election on who you're voting for.
I was just talking to my brother Mike the other day. I was talking to him, and I told him, I was like, yo, the only way you're going to get Trump out of office is if you vote Barack Obama back in. If he doesn't get a second term, because he's going to get a second term.
Unless, you get everybody out. Because it was like, just watching. Charlamagne had an interview with somebody. And there was like 8 million Americans that voted for Obama that didn't vote in the Hillary election. They just didn't come out.
They didn't come out because they didn't care.
Yeah, so
they didn't care for who was running at the time.
Right.
So I mean, it was like they took it as the 8 million people. I mean, they probably took it as like, oh man, like we're fucked. Either way.
Yeah. And then until they get rid of the electoral college, like how can you not win a popular vote, which is supposed to be the democracy, right?
Mm-hmm.
The democracy is everybody's votes matter, and I'm not saying it doesn't, but if this man loses the popular vote and still becomes president because of certain states, it's ridiculous. And that happened the last 2 times Republicans got voted in, right?
Yeah.
Because Bush won that way too against Al Gore.
Yeah.
So it's like, come on now.
That's why I wanted to see president. I wanted to see Al Gore as president. I don't even think 9/11 would have happened if Al Gore was in there.
But then even if it did, it probably would have got handled different.
Yeah.
Because it's like, all right, 9/11 happened and you just would start airstriking people, like, but all lives matter.
Right.
But you just airstriking people, like these bombs don't have red dots on them. You know what I mean? And then you going in places and you just trying to like bomb rush stuff. Like these people probably, like a lot of them don't know what was even going on at the time.
Like this was it didn't even make any sense to me about the Christopher Columbus statue.
Yeah.
Them taking it down.
Yeah. Because I mean, first of all, he didn't discover shit. And then when he did get here, he was the catalyst behind all the Native Americans now.
But it's so long ago.
Yeah.
Like it's so long ago.
Yeah,
it's like it's just power. It's just power. It happens.
It's the wave.
Yeah,
it's
man.
the wave right now. I mean, a lot of don't get me wrong. A lot of the Confederate statues have come down. Like why are we getting behind and having statues of traitors?
Yeah.
They're traitors. I mean, Christopher Columbus wasn't traded because he wasn't even American. So,
Exactly.
So, all right, maybe, I mean, I get it, but I don't get it.
Me either.
Like stop having ADD in your protest. You know what I mean?
So they gathered around Mayor Kennedy's house in South Philly, the protesters did. They went to the mayor's house and gathered around his house.
Now what happened in Camden Street, right? It was a protest.
It was a protest yesterday.
For Christopher Columbus, right?
Yeah, for the statue.
But the city from the live video I saw, it was like, the city came to agreement that they were going to take the statue down.
They did too.
But the statue's going to come down after they were able to protest. But they got there before the protest and tried to take the statues down.
Yeah.
So why are we mad that the city ended up doing what you wanted them to do just because they weren't on your time? I mean, I could be wrong. I mean, but
no, that's because that's what it was.
It just seemed like a win.
Yeah.
If I'm like, yeah, I want the statue down, but I don't know their schedule. They might have had an availability a day earlier. But it's like, oh, they're being sneaky.
Hey, and I don't mean to sound insensitive about what's going on, but I don't get the facts or the answers behind the protests.
Protest what?
like, are you protesting? Like, it's starting to like confuse me now because are you protesting for George or are you protesting for change? So it's just like it's starting to confuse me now because this is not even about
because there's a lot of
George anymore.
Because now, because like I said, like you're going now you're talking about Christopher Columbus. We're talking about Confederate monuments. Yeah, so I think it's like first in Minneapolis, I think it was Justice for George.
Mm-hmm.
Right when it first kicked off, I think it was Justice for George in Minneapolis because they wanted the police to be arrested there. But I think once other cities started protesting, I think it became more about police accountability. So I think it was like we're protesting against police and that nobody can keep getting held accountable. So I think that's why you get a lot of the defund police and all that. Like, first of all, you don't want to defund the police because everybody like even how mad you are with the police, like everybody mad at the police because you need the police.
Right.
Because you can say fuck the police all you want, but if you need them, you're gonna call them, ain't you?
Yes. Yes.
Right? That was another Chris Rock joint. Like, all right, well, you're not gonna call the Bloods and Crips. Because it was, the Crips and Mouse.
Yeah.
Or somewhere, however it went. But like, you need the police but you want police to serve and protect. That's all we want.
Yeah. Because they talk about defunding them and start policing themselves.
And then you get guys like the McMichaels that killed Ahmaud Arbery. Right, man? They thought they were policing the neighborhood too, right?
Yeah.
So you start putting vigilantes out here, like that's not the way. Like getting rid of police is not the way. Training police properly
is the way. That's the way.
Because it shouldn't take 8 to 12 weeks to be a cop.
Yeah.
It should.
It's a few bad apples, but they're not all bad apples.
See, but like that Chris Rock, he said like you can't have bad apples. Like why is policing the only profession where you can have bad apples?
Right.
Like you can't be a surgeon and be a bad apple.
And then drop the shit inside somebody's body.
Because you're not going to be a surgeon anymore.
Yeah. So that's the point. Like remove the bad apples.
Yeah, I think to be a state trooper, like even though there was an incident with a New Jersey state trooper recently, like you don't hear too many state trooper stories like that.
No.
Because they actually I think they have to get bachelor degrees and stuff like that,
and
even to even qualify for it.
Yeah.
So police training, like there should be a training in social work. I think
they give them 3 months.
Yeah.
And then boom, fresh out the academy.
And probably more than half of that is all weapons training, probably.
Yeah, because you can't train fear.
Yeah.
You can't train fear. You know what I'm saying? So fear, if you living in fear, I mean,
if you walking up to a car and you're afraid, you shouldn't be a cop.
Period. The first thing you do is grab your gun.
Yeah, you shouldn't be
on a routine traffic stop. You shouldn't be a police officer.
Alright, my tail light's out, but now you want me to get out of the car, and then now that I'm aggravated, then you're pulling me out of a car for a tail light. I'm still supposed to listen to what you're saying when I know my rights are being violated, and you wouldn't be doing this to somebody else.
Right.
Anybody else? Oh, take care of your tail light and be on your way. Because I've had running with a cop where I might have had a headlight out. You pull me over, you got a headlight out. Here's your ticket, have a good day. That's it. I barely said anything.
Right.
And that's probably, even though I ended up with a ticket, that's probably the best stop I ever had. And it was in Barrington. Female cop.
Yeah, but see, that really doesn't happen to us out here. That always seems to happen in different parts of the United States, other than Jersey, Camden, and shit close to us.
So I think that might have something to do with because in the Northeast, maybe besides New York, because New York, those cops are crazy. Since the protesting started, they show their ass, bro. They will knock you in your head. I feel like, I don't know, New York and Philly, like Philly cops are bad too. Like from what I've seen and stuff like that, like, but it's like, and maybe like towns like around here and stuff, like people actually grow up in diversity, maybe. Like no, some neighborhoods might not be all, you know, more mixed, but there's more people that grow up, maybe like work on, play on teams and stuff that have interactions with people of color.
Yeah.
You know? So the more interaction you have with people of color, like maybe like you're less racist?
Kinda.
Or may not be, like, because here's the thing, like you can not be racist, but you might not be anti-racist.
Period. Right? I agree 100%.
Because that little girl came out with the video where, and I was talking about this last night with Kevin, and like that girl put her family on blast.
Oh, damn. They didn't even know it either.
You know what I mean? And that's being anti-racist. Because no, you're not going to be racist in front of me even though there's no people of color around.
Right. She was like, the mom was like, well, when the black people stop doing stuff in the ghetto, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I'm like, so you need more people like that little girl.
That little baby girl was spitting facts. Yeah. She was dropping bars on them.
Yeah, so when we had that episode with the RP George Floyd episode where the artiste T.I.
The artiste
T.I. was on there, and he said like, you know, maybe we need white people and stuff. And I was taking back at the time, but it's like, you know what? After seeing that little girl and stuff like that, maybe it takes more people like that where they're the ones fighting racism. The white people, the younger white people who have like, you know, they're not the ones that, oh, I have a black friend, so I'm not racist. No.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, like
what is it about that? Why do they say that? Why do they say that?
First of all, if you have to say I'm not racist, guess what?
You're racist. Chances are
high. You're very high.
Yeah, man. I just don't. Sometimes I don't get that either. And like defunding the police, like you said, bro, it's not the answer.
Because you see all eyes on Camden, like, oh, Camden took away their police department, and you put like, no, wait a minute, no.
Camden didn't defund anything.
Because that year that they weren't around, right, when they were still getting those metro going and all that, like that crime and murder.
It was right there. It was right back to how it used to be.
Very high.
It was right back to how it used to be.
So before it gets good, it's going to get way worse.
Of course.
You know what I mean? And then the good thing that came out of the Camden Police Department being disbanded and it became the County Metro, they got rid of the union.
Yeah. So
they union busted the police, which for police is probably a great thing because a cop does something wrong, you got the shop steward or the union rep from the cop coming in. No matter what that cop did, they're fighting for it full force.
Full force.
So you got a police union backing a criminal, and then they keep their jobs, and then that's how you end up with like 16 things on your record.
Yeah.
Still out here in the streets, serving and protecting.
Like you said, you watched the Dave Chappelle joint, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember the guy he was talking about, the one that waged war on the LAPD?
Yeah, from Dallas, right?
Yeah.
And he was a soldier.
Yeah, he was a soldier, but then he was a cop. Yeah. He was a cop for the LAPD.
Yeah.
And his partner used excessive force. She was a white girl.
Yeah.
She was a white woman, excuse me. She was a white woman. And she used excessive force.
Yeah.
So he went and made the complaint.
Yeah.
And then he got fired.
Right.
For making a complaint. Then he just started killing the officers, killed his daughter, killed their family. He was wilding. He waged war because they ended his career. Yeah. And he went through every legal way to try to get back at him, and then they showed up at that cabin, 400 cops deep. This is what Dave was reporting on stage.
They couldn't take him alive, right?
Swiss cheese deep.
Yeah. There was probably no order given. That probably from the top.
And then they wonder why the protesters and everything was when it happened. Like the looting and all that and the riots and shit. Y'all brought 400 cops up there to that cabin and get one person because he killed one of y'all. He killed one of y'all.
And that's the thing, like that police brotherhood,
Yeah.
that's why you protest against all the police, because that brotherhood is so tight. That brotherhood is so tight, like, if one of them does, like, what was it, Buffalo?
Yeah.
They knocked that dude down.
Yeah,
No, he had a nice
The old hit. You talking about the old hit?
No, that was no one.
Oh.
In Buffalo, there was like this cop, and he just had a nice stick, and he was just going in on protest. So they fired him. So he coming out of the police union thing, and all the other cops outside cheering. Like, this dude was out here smacked like wilding.
Yeah.
But it's just the brotherhood of the police. Like, no, hold your own accountable.
Yeah.
You're police. You're not the law. You're supposed to enforce it.
Right. Where do they checks come from again?
Taxpayers. But they don't. It's like they forget that. It's like they get out of the academy, right? They got the badge on with the belt. You know, you give them a Batman utility belt. They fucking feel like Batman.
Yep.
Because they're vigilantes. A lot of you either cop or you're vigilante out there. Right? You see cops with the Punisher.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. Like, no, that's illegal. You can't be the Punisher. You want to be a cop, you want to be the Punisher.
Right. Either or. You can't be both.
Yeah, so it's like, man, like, hold police accountable, right? If a cop does something, they should be charged just like anybody else. And then they should actually be convicted.
Yes.
Because with the protesters, why they're so mad and why they're protesting is because all these killings are happening and nobody's getting convicted.
All these murders.
It does. So, protesting the system of the police, right? So don't defund them, don't disband them, educate them. I mean, make sure that the police officers you put out here are police officers.
Right. Start with the chief and the commissioners. Like, don't y'all do background checks before y'all hire? Like, what the fuck?
See, and that's the thing that they want to.
What the fuck?
Because they want to do a like. There's no national registry either.
No.
If you're a bad cop, you get fired. Go 3 towns over. You go be a cop over there.
All over again. All over again.
So, oh, you did that? Sounds good to me.
And then the first thing these cops do, the first thing that when these cops get fired or suspended, they always get paid.
Yeah, man.
They always administrative paid leave or suspended with pay or fire collect unemployment.
Yeah.
You're always getting money. It's never like it took buildings to be burnt down for them to lock whoever they locked up because, as you pointed out, and a lot of other people on Facebook, that dude was not the guy.
Ears is different now. Like, I didn't even see the
The
ears
back
before.
of the neck
Before,
is different. The nose shape is different. That is a totally different guy, unless he had plastic surgery in prison.
Or,
you know what I'm saying?
Or he hung himself, but we still got to put somebody in prison.
Right. And now the other dude, the young boy, is fighting it.
Yeah, because he was only in the force.
He was on the force for 4 days, and then they all gonna get set free.
If you was a cop for 4 days, you know the training more than anybody in that time. Like, you know the oath better than them.
Yes.
If you just got out 4 days ago, right? You have a duty to intervene if you see another cop going crazy.
Yeah. Like, damn, you should still be finding out what cop you want to be at this point. Like, you 4 days on the job, you still a fucking cadet at this point, basically. You still in.
And you worried about not listening more than a guy getting choked out.
And you on his legs.
Yeah.
You on part of his body. Something about that should tell you that it's not right.
Yeah, it's not. So, I mean,
like you born innately knowing what's right and what's wrong. Like you born to know, like, hitting your mom is not right.
Yeah.
Like, you know shit like that. You're born knowing that.
Because I think it's like people, like a person knows what type of cop they're going to be when they sign up. Like if you like, oh, I'm going to, you know, the bravado of being a cop and all that is more attractive than actually helping people. Because a lot of cops, they sign up to protect and to serve, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not just so that I'm in charge. Because you know the difference. You get pulled over. You know the difference between like a cop that like actually wants to be. You seen good cops. Everybody seen good cops. Seen bad cops.
Yeah.
It's all in the tone of the voice. You want to be in charge of the situation, and you don't care. Like they forget the Constitution. Like these people sign up to uphold the Constitution, not what you want to do. So I mean, they need to learn the Constitution.
They do, man.
Yeah, I mean that's all it is.
It's sad, bro.
God, and like, why do we have to keep talking about this so every time?
Every week.
Every
week. Every time we do a show, this always has to get brought up at some point.
Yeah, because otherwise, like, we don't want to sweep it under the rug because that's the main thing that's going on right now. And because of the virus, they still seems to have faded away strongly. Like, where's Fauci?
I could hold her, babe, real quick.
Anybody seen Fauci? You know what I mean?
Fauci?
Fauci. Where's
Oh, Fauci.
Where's he been at?
I have no idea.
I have not seen Fauci since the protest.
Me either.
What is it? PVD? What is it? APB?
APB. Put an APB out on this man.
On Dr. Fauci. Like, are we still wearing masks?
What's going on, Doc?
Like, they say asymptomatic people can give it, and then they can't. And like there's so much.
Is it still a thing? Because I see everything opening back on the 22nd, and
I can't just.
Should I not be afraid to come back home to my family? Should I still social distance? Should I just go to the beach with everybody else right now?
It's a lot of people in the beach.
Like, should we just? What should we do, Dr. Fauci? Please.
Where is he at?
There's
been no press conferences from Fauci. Like, I'm worried about him. Trump didn't like him.
You think they silenced him?
Trump didn't like him, so I'm worried about him.
What ethnicity is Dr. Fauci? Because if he's not an American, then Trump got rid of his ass.
I'm nervous to say he's Jewish.
Oh man, see you later.
That might be.
See you later, Doc.
I won't do that.
Doctor, fuck this Fauci.
Might be a thing.
More than likely.
Fauci. I mean, like, but what is going on in the world where you can't be a beat every week? We got it. Because it's like they shut everything down so that everybody has no choice but to focus.
Yeah.
Because if everybody had to be working, how big would these protests be?
Oh my God. It was, and
like everywhere.
The pandemic to me was such a good thing because it taught so many people how to do things by themselves.
Yeah.
Like,
and
I mean, I've seen so much people being creative and inventive and a whole bunch of different things at the pandemic, and it forced you to save money.
Yeah.
It forced you to save money because they closed everything.
Yeah.
I mean, it forced you to save money. So to open everything back up, I'm pretty sure everything that you thought cost $1 will now be $3. Everything everything that's about to open right now, right? So they on the boardwalk, they said you can carry an open container. So basically, you can drink beer and walk down the boardwalk now.
They finally just made it legal.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So if you want to go get a 6-pack of beer and not like say if you don't bring your own beer and you purchase one from inside of one of the bars, I guarantee you it's at least $3 higher down there now.
Yeah. Price checks on the stuff down there.
Yeah.
I mean, let us know. I mean, cause I like.
Can you picture what Wildwood's gonna look like? Jesus Christ.
I'm not going.
I can't, man.
I was gonna go too. I had plans to go.
I can't trust it. It's just like COVID took a break.
Yeah.
It's like boom, all right, COVID-19 takes a break from riots and protests.
But they already saying like she can come back stronger in like September.
Yeah, so because they're gonna want to shut it down again. Because this is just a test run. They started with Atlanta. Atlanta was the first test run.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Governor our gov, you know what I'm saying? he's gonna try to be safe as possible.
Well, he had to open some shit back too because he was out there protesting.
Yeah.
He was like,
Man, fuck this.
he messed up his own orders.
Yeah, man.
So he had to loosen up a little bit.
He's like, listen.
Well,
The one thing he made abundantly clear that school was done. He made that abundantly clear. He was like, man, we're not sending these kids back to school. Parents, chime in. Do y'all miss your kids going to school?
I need summer school or something.
Do y'all see how valuable these fucking teachers are now?
Right.
Pay them. God damn it, pay them. Teachers.
I mean, but
I know teachers was happy because they were still getting paid and they had to work from the laptop.
but they had to work. But then if they still had kids, they got to do that shit too.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't work from home. I couldn't work from home. I'm glad I was an essential worker, as they say all the time. There's no way I can work from home. I'm giving like 2 hours of work.
That's it. I'm done up after
I'm
that.
not doing that. Hit me on my line. But I gotta have my computer room. Like who's clocking me?
Right.
Like really? Like,
I cannot clock in interrupt.
I need somebody that's been working from home to come on the show. How do you work from home?
How do you work from home?
How do you work from home?
OG Curtis, you work from home? Let me know.
Yeah,
I see you joined in.
How do you do it?
Yeah, man. How do you work from home? Because I can't do it.
Cause you gotta work from home and watch kids and do their work. I can't. Like I was not built to be a teacher at all.
Yeah, teachers are seriously underpaid now. See, I don't know because I don't have kids that go to school. So, I mean, my daughter's 9 months. So, I mean, but watching parents have to homeschool was just, it was very funny. It was very funny because they be coming out smoking the longest cigarettes. I just had a dreadful day. That's how they be saying. I just had a dreadful morning.
Like I'm about to quit my job. What are you doing? I'm a teacher for my kids. I'm about to quit.
The thoughts can't get no loose. We can't no loose sex sessions no more because the kids always there. Can't get the shy piece to come there.
They ain't seen their uncles in a long time.
Word up, deadbeat.
The kids ain't seen their uncles.
Sis ain't see bro in a long time. You know what I'm saying? Shit is crazy.
Where Uncle Mike at?
Where Uncle Mike at?
He used to bring his candy.
You ain't gonna see Uncle Mike. You take your ass back to goddamn school. Shit.
But to be 100, like I was telling kids, I was like, this might be the best year ever though. Like looking at it, like you taking into account things, you appreciate things more.
Yeah.
You realize what you don't really need.
Exactly. It was a big wake up call because we as Americans got way too comfortable with how everything was going from day to day to day.
Yeah.
And then boom, you just take that away, knowing that shit can be taken away at any minute.
Right.
That shit can be taken away. And I'm not talking about like death. I'm talking about like just stuff.
Somebody signing a piece of paper.
Exactly.
And you can't do the shit you like.
Word up, without being incarcerated.
Yeah,
so you just got to be home, or you got to have papers saying you got to go to work at a certain time. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that.
I need a hall pass to drive down the highway.
Exactly. Word up. You can't stand out here and wait for the bus.
Yeah.
Why can't I? Where your fucking paper at? You feel me? Like this shit.
I'm outside my job this past week, and like when I get there, I gotta relieve a guy. So we gotta talk about what's going on. You know, this happened up there. So I'm out there talking, and here comes Kansas Metro pulling up, asking us if we work around here. Because in my mind, I'm a person of color talking to this white guy who may or may not look Phoenix.
Right. May or may not.
You know what I mean? So I could see the profiling going on, but he couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
He walked right over to the car like, yeah, we work right here. Meantime, I'm on my car like, I'm upset. Like
As you should be.
You come past here enough. You patrol this neighborhood. You should know these cars been out here every night. But because we're sitting there talking, You needed to stop. Like all these other cops, because there's a gas station on the corner. Out back in the woods. So they come up and down all the time. But it was like, just to get profiled that quick. With an older white person that didn't understand the privilege of it. To just go up, gradually walk up to the car. Cause me, I was ready to shut up now, you know. Nothing. None of your business. Plus, we in the middle of the protest, and I'm juiced up. You know what I mean?
I wish you would grab the fucking car.
Yeah, man. Like, this white man saved me just now. I was ready to get full militant on his ass.
Full.
Like, what you asking me like that for?
Right. Motherfucker, you see my car every goddamn night.
I had a uniform on.
My fucking name is right here on top of my chest.
Yeah, man, I had my fucking uniform on. You asked me if I work around here. No, I'm out here at 11 o'clock for fun.
Fucking dicks.
Like, come on, man. Like, come on.
Oh, man, you got a stomach here.
So it's like, man, like, that was the first time I got profiled like that. Like, for real, that way. That was wild.
I was gonna ask you how to make you feel, but you just described it, and it's not fun.
It was bad. I was Dre from Boys in the Hood, man.
Yeah.
I got into my office.
That's how Dre was.
I'm up. I get in and go to my office. I'm like, motherfucker.
I hate this shit.
It's bullshit, cop.
Oh man.
But
that's how it is now.
Yeah. But a week in review is always the same, it seems like. Something new that takes like a half hour or something to talk about.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That's the world we live in. You know what I mean? We need more sports. Right now, we need sports. So I need basketball to kick off. I need
July 31st.
I need baseball to start.
We need everything to go back in full rotation.
You know what I mean? So people who don't like the protesting, keep trying to get sports back.
Please.
Because then maybe like people who do, they'll lose focus. And then stop caring.
They will.
Because that's the American way.
That's the American.
Remember when Hotel Rwanda?
Mm-hmm.
When my boy Joaquin Phoenix?
Yeah.
Like, listen, Americans they're gonna look at the TV. It's terrible.
Yep.
And they're gonna go right back to eating their dinners.
That's it.
Short attention span. Hopefully, they don't lose the attention span. You know what I mean? Because we still need the murderers of Breonna Taylor to get locked up. You know what I mean? So shout out to Breonna Taylor. They passed a law.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
that was big.
Something came out of her death, even though the people who did it didn't get punished yet. But that non-lock warrant, which is stupid anyway.
All that shit is stupid.
Yeah. Just like the guy that did, what's his name that we talking about? The guy that was sleeping in the car.
Yeah, so did I.
So that's the crazy thing that we just forget that fast.
Man, because I just watched it this morning.
But there was a law that was passed in Atlanta, the Eric Garner law. Like, police know you don't shoot a man while he's running in his back. Because that's how Eric Garner got killed.
Right. You don't do that, period.
Yeah, so, I mean...
So now those cops should face criminal charges.
Absolutely. He got fired, I think, yeah. He got fired.
With pay.
Probably, yeah. And Atlanta police chief resigned. So, I mean, it goes from the top. But like you said, for change, you need policing to be educated and more training. And busting unions, man. Police unions. Like, I'm not a union buster. Like, I was in the union for a long time. But police, they don't need no union.
No, the fuck they don't.
They out here fighting and let the criminals do it first. So that's how change can realistically.
You know, every time I give my opinion on change, everybody looks at me funny.
Yeah, what's the change?
My opinion of change is money, basically, bro. Every African American, air quotes I did, every African American, every Black American, stop going to work. Stop working. I'm talking athletes, everything. make everything how they want it. White. This country will not thrive like that. We're not. So that's how you change that, by fucking up the money.
That's the only way.
Yeah, you fuck up the money. That's the only way you gonna get changed.
Even if you do, it has to be based off of economics. Right? The amount of money that we put into the economy, if you diverted those funds to something else, it'd go crazy.
Right. And I was having a debate. I had a heated debate the other night. A heated one about how everything is a system, right? Mm-hmm. Everything is system and it's designed to do this. All right, if you want change, why not make your own system? You know how you go to welfare to get government assistance? Why not have a black one? Why not have a black government assistance agency or some shit like that? Feel what I'm saying? To make a genuine change, a real change.
That's why you never hear anything coming out of the Asian community.
Yeah.
Because they got their own bank.
They got their own shit.
They take care of their own community.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You ain't see no Asian getting killed by a cop.
Huh.
Right? Never. When during this election, do you ever hear about the Asian vote?
Not one time. Not one time.
But that's a big part of the country. But you never hear do they not vote? Like
right.
What's going on? But they have the heritage behind them that we lost. Mm-hmm. That was taken from them. You know what I mean? And then when you do build it up, because back in this week, Tulsa, Oklahoma came up because that's where Trump wants to have his rally at. Mm-hmm. You have Black Wall Street thriving. We don't care about your money, your whatever.
Yeah.
We're thriving on our own.
Yep. What they do?
They drop bombs on it, kill everybody.
Burn it up.
Right? But then that's where Trump decided he wants to have his first rally on Juneteenth.
Right.
That Juneteenth doesn't even become, hasn't even been appreciated until at least a couple years from Black. Black is probably brought that more light than anything.
Yeah.
I wasn't even aware of Juneteenth probably the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Right. Who taught us Juneteenth when we were younger?
Not one person. I didn't hear about it until recent years.
Yeah, they might have went over real quick in a class somewhere, but as a holiday. The NFL decided this week, Juneteenth is a national holiday for them. Everybody's gonna have off.
That's dope.
Yeah, so recognizing Juneteenth over 4th of July needs to be the wave too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we weren't free on Independence Day.
No.
So why are you celebrating? You know what I mean? Everybody get behind Juneteenth. That's out there. Get behind it.
Get behind Juneteenth. On that note, we gave you a second episode live on Facebook. Thanks for everybody for tuning in, chiming in, sharing, and liking it. I am your co-host, Saluda G, to my right,
Uncle Rick.
We will come at you next week with another live episode of the Never Died Before podcast. You guys take it easy, be safe, and have a great, great night.
Have a great one.